right, welcome back, folks. It's been a long 2 weeks, but we are finally back. And we got a lot to catch up on. And first of all, I just want to say, rest in peace, Tyrese Haliburton, had a legendary run. His Achilles will never be the same. And who knows what next year looks like, How'd you feel about that, Jaime? I know, were you following along the whole time?
I was. So on the bright side, Boston blew up their team because also Tatum blew out his stuff.
Yeah.
So they cut their payroll by like half, pretty much. Like they saved so much money. They shipped out a bunch of people. Milwaukee, we don't know what they're going to be because also Damian Lillard also blew out his stuff.
Blew out his shit.
So the East is still kind of open.
New York don't got a coach.
New York ain't got a coach. They're looking at a female coach, though, I heard.
Don Staley. That'd be wild.
That's interesting. Cavaliers, we don't know what they're doing because they might trade some pieces. They just got Lonzo Ball from the Bulls.
They're getting LeBron back.
They might be. So they for Isaac Okoro. They're also looking to be getting off of some cap. So also too, the same thing too with Indiana. They got to re-sign Miles Turner, but now it's like, okay, we got to probably let go of some people as well.
I was a bandwagon fan. I hopped on as soon as I watched, all the finals games. It was a legendary run, man. I've never seen anything like it.
I remember when we had a little conversation, and you were like, "Oh, I might as well see the Pacers or whatever for the season's over." And I was like, "Dude, they're like the 4th seed. They're having a good season."
I never went though.
Yeah, and then they went on a run, a great run.
I mean, some of those like last minute clutch shots that Terry shot, like holy shit, dude, this guy's he's insane.
No, yeah, it was one of those runs that is going to be talked about forever. Like it's one of those like Linsanity runs where it shouldn't have happened, but it happened.
Yeah.
I mean, the one game when his dad is allowed back in the stands, triple dubs, 2 like shots where it's like 0.3 seconds left, or they were down by like 15. I mean, his stretch too. In the first quarter of that game, we had like 9 points, dude. He had 3 threes, or he might even have more points than that.
But he had 3 threes, yeah. He was ready to have a generational game.
Dude, he was gonna have a triple double, dude. What was interesting is all the betting sites, if you had just Haliburton bets or whatever, or the Haliburton was the only thing you missed on a bet, they credited it.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was ESPN bet. I know DraftKings did, so I'm assuming FanDuel as well. So at least the big ones did it, which was interesting. Unfortunately, I had other bets that missed, so I didn't get any.
No, yeah, that like Sunday where it just ended. I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what to think right now.
And they got whooped too. It's not even like it was close.
Yeah, because all the edits were basically just that moment, just like. It was like all Pacers edits that I was seeing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a sad story for him, And then even sadder news, at least for me, DeWanna Bonner has been waived by the Fever. I know you have different feelings, Jaime, but I would have loved her to stay on, be that vet. But nope, she abandoned us.
I wanted it to work just like the next guy. But she's a hater, and I don't care what no one says. I don't get it. Obviously, there's some stuff behind the scenes that we may not know. Yeah. But also, too, my issue is where they're like, oh, we're going to run Iowa's offense in the offseason. And they're like, well, no, actually, we were trying to run the Suns offense, the Sun offense, for Bonner. And it's like, yeah, that's why you guys are losing games, all right? But yeah, I don't get it though. She just played bad. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. But we did not see the DeWanna Bonner we saw last season.
No, her stats are in half. Her shooting percentage is all down. She was scoring 8, 9 less points. She just was playing bad. But the main thing is hey man, it takes time. It's a new team, a lot of new pieces. Mm-hmm. You got to kind of work through it. She I guess wasn't willing to work through it.
Yeah, it just sucks because it does not help our reputation. We're just only going to become more racist. More locker room problems. Obviously,
Yeah.
Like a lot of the big things is she was in the league for 16 years, and then she goes to Indiana for 2 months. Something happened, obviously.
But like, how can you? I understand how people are saying it, but like, the team is like 90% new. The front office is like new. The coach is new. Like, what do you mean? Like that team last year, even if it was them, like those aren't the same people there. Like, it literally isn't the same people.
Yeah.
And if you want to say fan base.
And it's rich coming from Connecticut, though, because Connecticut had that whole thing where their fucking guy's a scumbag.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams in I mean, look at the Aces and look at Seattle. Like, all these other teams are getting these allegations that they're actually losing picks for, and they're actually being like, oh no, yeah, you were in the wrong. The Fever hasn't had a single thing actually be proven wrong, so it's all he said, she said stuff. But then when you ask who said it, we can't talk about it.
Oh, yep. It just sucks, DeWanna Bonner. But the good thing is, losing DeWanna Bonner, we got Aaron McDonald back. Who's
better for the system.
Of hope. Yeah. Yep. And she's hyped to play there. Every interview, she's like, "I'm excited. I'm hungry. I'm in survival mode."
Yeah, and Lexi and Sophie, they're getting more minutes. We're figuring out the rotation a little bit. It has been real inconsistent because CC is constantly hurt this season.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't help that every game, like, you got someone pushing her over, and
I mean, she's getting blindsided. Like,
they're picking her up full court.
Mm-hmm.
They're not calling the fouls that they need to call on her, and.
Yeah, they're letting things escalate, and then it's like, we do something after it's already blown open. Like, no, nip it in the butt early on. And the thing, too, with her is, I know people want to be like, certain people shouldn't have certain whistles or whatever like that. She's the face of the league. The first time she was injured for this little run, they were like, viewership dropped down like 50%. Like, it just is what it is. Like, look, she's missed half the season, right? What did she miss? 8 games, and they've played. Yeah,
like 15 or 16 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And it didn't even matter when it came to voting.
Nope. I mean, because I guess fan voting accounts for 50% of it, but the media can still.
Well, no, because if you're the number one, though, it doesn't matter. You automatically get your spot.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's the top 4. Or something like that, but like it's Clark and Fee.
Yep, those are the 2 captains.
Yeah, so they're automatically in.
I think Boston was number 3.
Yeah,
I forget because they haven't released the full votes, but we know that Clark got
1.3 mil, right?
1.3 mil, and then Colliers followed up with 1.2 mil.
So your unbiased opinion. Should Caitlin Clark be an all-star this season?
Just based on the New York game, I think yes. Just based on her hitting 4 threes in like 30 seconds, yes. Because who else does that, dude? Who else can do that in the W?
No, I get it. Like, she's super talented, but my issue with it, and I'm going to go to the game. I'm going to cheer for her. I hope she does great. I hope she plays, like, what do they play tomorrow or Tuesday? But my thing is, she does not deserve to be an all-star. She has not played enough games. Like, and it just sucks because it's like, based on popularity, is she an all-star? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Based on actual, like, on-the-court stats, because her stats are still good, sure, but she's missed so many games. Like,
I mean, yeah, they're nowhere near. I mean, Collier's stats, like, her stats are insane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Collier right now is the best player in the WNBA. But I mean, last year it was debatable. Stats. So, like, I mean, she's just a stud. But yeah, it just sucks because it's like, this is going to be one of those tainted things because everyone's going to be like, oh, it's a popularity contest. And it is. Like, all-star voting is a lot to do with popularity.
But I mean, in the beginning, like, the person that got the MVP, like, half of that, they got fan votes. So,
Yeah. Because the Candace Parker one, I think, is one of those fan vote ones that everyone's like, oh, Candace Parker, the first rookie to win or whatever. And fan votes should never be for MVP. I get All-Star Game because All-Star Game is for people to come out and see the stars. Is she a star? Is she a superstar? Absolutely. On name recognition alone and excitement, entertainment, she is an all-star. But if we're talking pure basketball, like she's not being not available is like the worst thing you could do.
Yeah. Like, assuming she was fully healthy, I think, and didn't miss any games, her stats would be up there. But you're right, the inconsistency, all the stuff they're dealing with, it's hard for Clark to, because like right now she's averaging 18 points. Colliers is 24. Her assists are still up. First in the, no, she's second now. Alyssa Thomas is up to almost 10 assists per game.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Damn.
But the thing too is it's easy to say like, oh, she would just be doing better. But like she could be doing worse. Like so everyone we want to give her the benefit of the doubt because of the way she played last year, the way she played in college, the way she's even played this season. But like she's had some terrible shooting nights. What if that continued? What if she had another like these games that she missed? What if she also struggled in those games?
What if she went for 60? You're saying?
Yeah. Like, do I think it would happen? No. But I'm not going to argue the other way where she just would go off. Like it probably, because she could have easily have averaged 30 those games, but she could also have averaged 12.
I mean, yeah, you're being devil's advocate, being neutral. So
Yeah.
Me, being the number one CC head, I think she's an all-star. Although I do think AB has been popping off crazy this year.
Dude,
like
she's had some great games.
She's on another level.
and honestly, we're some haters, but the face of the league has been going off the last couple weeks, like a couple of games too.
Who?
Angel Reese, man, Sky Legend. Dude, she put up 24 and like 15 today, and her last two games she also had 15 and like 20. Like,
well, it's because they're finally figuring out the system, and you miss once, you pass it out,
Yeah. And then I think too, because she was 13th in voting, she was like, oh, nah. Let me actually play ball.
Let me pop up.
Yeah. But honestly, dude, I'm a hater, but man, has she been balling.
I mean, that's at the end of the day, me and you, we both haters, if you're our op, you're our op, but we want to see you perform, we obviously want to see you do good.
I would rather beat the Sky when they're good than beat them when they're terrible. Like, what does that do for us? Like, nothing. Like, so if they are good.
I have the same feeling about the Connecticut, I'd rather them be ultra good, super good than, dog shit.
Yeah, and we have Mabry over here, Millie rocking, and that's why she's over here, Millie not playing anymore.
Hey, come on. She's off her crutches, dude. Come on, she's back in.
Fair.
They're actually losing 50-26 right now, the Connecticut Sun, against Minnesota. So, what can they do?
Yeah, what are you going to do that one? Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, damn. I wanted to see AB and CC be captains, but, Fee's just having a hell of a year, and all her fans are, they voted,
I mean, I think if honestly, based on performance alone, it should be AB and Fee. Like, but CC just, I mean, she carries weight. I mean, look at jersey sales. I know it's because like Kate got like a new team or whatever, but Iowa loves these girls, dude.
Iowa stands are crazy, man.
Dude, they show up. Mad respect.
I mean, and that's what you need, dude. You need fans that show up. Where were Sky fans? Were voting for AR? Where were they?
They weren't, dude, because they're bots online. They're not real.
Because they're too busy going on Twitter.
Yeah, dude, there's too twatting over there.
But I mean, I know there's probably a ton of stuff we haven't talked about, but comment down below who you want CC to pick on her team, who you want Fee to pick on her team. Obviously, Caitlin's gonna pick AB first pick. That CC AB connection. But comment down below who you think is gonna be on their teams, and I think they're gonna announce them over the course of next week, like the remaining players, and then who they pick, and then the draft. It's like a bunch of stuff that they have outlined. But I mean, that's all we have for this week, folks. So see you.